Aia no o Waikiki kona o ahu. Makalihitai hinu hinu he aina taulana. Aina pui i te alali poa pai te one kea. Aina hia aia kamalihini haole. No tona nalu leo hoene e hea hea ana i ka nui lehu lehu hewa hewa. A kamalihini e tipa mai pale taiso. A ua aina kula o Waikiki noho. O tahi no ia o e hā mau pohatu nui. Pohatu ho o heno anaka no na sene tulia he nui.
Mai nā wele lau nā kua lono nā kua hiwi nā kua mauna mai kaula nakala i le hua ho i papahana o moku ākea. He kai ākea nalunui ākea maua.
He wahi pana ia nā tūpuna. He wahi ho ola no ia o tu ula hui kanaka.
No u kana au au kana au haa kana au pono kana au mai.
He lau miliona na tamaai na malihini keta i ma aloa ku ia wahi mina nui. A ohi mana o ia mai no tōna mo olelo, no tōna mo autala o ia i ho o naluhi a kula.
Aloha mai e, aloha nui ho i e.
E ia la ta mo olelo o ia mau pohatu ho ola. E ia no mo autala no Kapaemahu.
Te au māmoa tō kākuhi hewa noho ali ia o ahu. Aia no he e hā mau kanaka tūpaia naha o ta holo moana. A haele mai lako mai moa ulanui a kea, a tū mai Hawaii ine. Paia kula a noho i ulukou ma Waikiki. A oia mau malihini, heu i kanaka leo maliu. A he no nohe waipahe no nae. A ole he tāne, a ole he wahine. He mau mahu lako. He pālua noho i lako ma kana au, me kana onoo, a mana ano a pau. A o te inoa ta lako ala kai, o ia no o Kapaemahu. He mau hiwa ana atua o ia mau tahuna lapa au. O ka puni mana nui. O ki nohi, wahanana i te pāpālua. O ka hāloa, me tāna la au tāhea. A o ka Kapaemahu o ka tau la au. Waka ana mai no lako i to lako ite me to lako na awao i na kanako ia pai aina. Lawa pono talako hana. Hō ka I ini e mahalo ia po e tahuna la paau. Me ka tutulu aku I kekahi mea ho'omana o ia lākou. Te pō tāne lākou I nau e ai. Wa ātoto a lākou makaimuki. He wahi taulana I te pohatu kani. Nau e ako me e hā mau pohatu nunui a hiti loa I Waikiki. A ulu mai kala, wai hoa kula lako I talako mana la paau me takanu puke tai I mau ti I ho o mana ma lalo te pohatu tai tai.
E ala e Kapaemahu ni hei o ke iwa iwa. E ala e kinohi la au ka hea mauli ola. E ala e ka puni ka una o ka pohiro. E ala e ka haloa ka ula kane me kanaloa. E ala e Kapaemahu ni hei o ke iwa iwa. E ala e kinohi la au ka hea mauli ola. E ala e ka puni ka una o ka pohiro. E ala e Kapaemahu ni hei o ke iwa iwa. E ala e
Hala no ho tai mahina. O ta haalele no I Kapaemahu ma. A ohe loa e ho I hou.
e ka haloa ka ula kane me kanaloa.
E tala nā loe a kamai o Polynesia I ma, I ta holomoana, mai tahi ao, tahi ao, mai o a o I nā tutulo Tahiti. Mahamua loa te au kalikiano. Ai noho mai la lākou I hoi I nei. Mahamua loa no hoi, o nā Europa I mālamlama ai, a ohe he pati ta honua nei. I nā no pahaka aua e noi I no welo I ke kumu mo Olelo no Kapaemahu ma. Ai I mea kono kaua I tō te au holomoana taulana nā tūpuna. Ma talako mau huata I haere mai tō Tahiti nui mā mau aina tūpuna. Ahiti loa mai I Hawaii I nei. I toka hawa nui ia kui ia mo Olelo no Kapaemahu. O lākou no hoi, wa haere mai lākou no tahi aina I tapa ia o moa ula nui a tea. A o ia wahi pana kula I au nei, wahi a ke teipo ai anō mala I a tea. A o taino taito, taino taptapu no hoi, no ua aina kula, o ia no o Hawaii.
This is a very sacred spot where begin the story of Kapaemahu, Kinohi, Kanaloa, and Kapuni. And behind me, you can see the sacred mountain where every peak have the name of one of the healers. Yorana, te ia te mahana. Hiro, hiro.
Nā John Eves Kilu, he kanaka Tahiti nāna tai mo Olelo mai a mātou no ia mau tauna ho ola no ho. Wahi ana, o lākou no, kahi o mauna to o malu. He mauna mawaina kono to lāko aina. A o kahere ana I leila, mai ta ao to o lau ta aina. He wahi tipa ia na ke tahi mau kanaka Hawaii. Noi ia nei ta aina hānau o Kapaemahu ma.
In 1992, Pakui Alua came here. And we are looking, where is the He'au? On a Healer Kapaemahu. This is the He'au, which I bring the rock on Oahu.
Ho o tupu mai no o John Eves he pohatu wa anoli iri. Wai ho mai me nā pohatu ea o tō Kapaemahu mā wai. O ia pohatu liri a kula. No na teino o ta ahu ea. He pohatu o te ola no hoi. I tōna malini e ulopa mā auana ti I hele ho ai awale I tapaki pika. Ua pū iwa lākou e launa me ia mea tama aina wale. Klahu I kānaka he mahu. O ta mō au tala mua I kātau ia e piliana no ia mea he mahu. Noloko mai no o kātau ana a ta pena Williama Palai. Ai taulana no ia mo Olelo o Mutiny on the Bounty.
On my visit this morning to Taina and his wife, I found with her a person who, although I was certain was a man, had great marks of effeminacy about him, and who lived, observed the same ceremonies, and ate as the woman did. On asking who he was, she without any hesitation told me he was a friend of hers, and of a class of people common in Tahiti called mahu.
Ua pū iwa loa no o ta pena palai no ia ano mea he mahu. Wa ano no o ia, he ala neo no ia, ua mate no ia e nāna pono. I tōna mai, I mea e maupopo pono ai aia, no ia ano kula o kānaka. O helo na maupopo iti no ia mea o ta uhane pālua no hoi. Ole he tāne, ole he wahine. He pālua no hoi mana ano apau. O iai no he maamau teia no kānaka, he mea teia I ho o lale ho o hei no hoi I nā malihini haole no na makaiti he elua haneri ma hope mai no. I ka haalele ano nā mea ho ola I pai aina nei. Ua naloa le loa kula lākou, o he loa I te hau ia mahawai I nei. Ka no nae, ua oia mau no to lako mana. I nā pohatu nunui e hā, e moe malia nei kātei o Waikiki. Ai tia I loa ana, kokote no ia aina hau haleali. Ahiti loa mai te au o mō I kalākaua. He oia mau no ia wahi pana, he wahi laa. He wahi taptapu, ai ho ano ia, nā like ali I wahine, a me tāna keit mahine o ka iulani. Ua ho o tupula aua I le limu me nā leo pure ma nā pohatu māmua o tolawa au tai. Ia manawa no hoi, he oia mau no ta ite ia nā helehelena o kānaka. Nā alo ehu o ia wā, nā mata te aloa aina. Ua olelo mātou I tā mātou o olelo. A tā mau kula mātou ma kalawena me ka nohona o kānaka. O mātou kā ia manawa, ua maluhia no hoi, ta mātou no ana he au puni tu otoa. A o ta auina hoi te ia, a velo kalā I ka polihale o kānaka.
Queen Liliuokalani of Hawaii ruled in Honolulu, destined to become American territory. For Hawaii requested to be taken under the American flag. On the day this occurred, the Queen reviewed her native troops. Through Honolulu passed the royal parade, with flags of Spain and England blended into the Hawaiian emblem. The Queen, last of a long line of Polynesian rulers, signed the abdication that made Hawaii an American possession.
O ta ite mata no ia a nā tūpuna o tuula hui. I ta hai luku a wawahi ia kula, ma tapa mātou o Olelo, mātou no ana, me kalawena hana a mo Olelo no te au taito. O ta mahalo anui ho ia ke aina Archibald Scott Cleghorn, ka tāne male a te ali I wahine like, no tāna mau hana ho hano ia mau pohatu hiwa kula. E te makahiti umitumai wa me e lima, ia kia aina Cleghorn e tutulua nei tai hale utu no talako ho o nenea makātai, nāna no hoi I elima I pohatu, a like lao o ka iulani I haipule ai, māmua o talawa haelea kui I ta au tai. A o ka toena pohatu e kolu, wa tū lalani mai la lako makātai, ai eri pauloa ia mai lako, a ho putu I ia, a tū ho tahi mai tō Cleghorn pā halea kula. Naka nuu pepa I tūtala mai kalono no ia mau pohatu. me ka leo ho tā haha, a ho kano a ho kāia nei mo autala no Hawaii. O ia hoi na the barbaric past o Kanaka. Kano nae, malalo pono no hoi o ia mau pohato kula I waiho iai, he ho oilina nui toi no te au taitoloa mai no.
Mr. Cleghorn discovered 4 or 5 very crude idols, 2 of which are now cemented on the top of the 10-ton rock. Only those who are acquainted with Hawaiian idols would have recognized the almost shapeless stones before which the ancient Hawaiians made their devotions and offerings.
Ua waiho ia nā pohatu mataaina o Cleghorn ma. Mawaina no o te alanui me kātai. A uia kātai no hoi o te lamanawa. E lilo witiwiti ane I wahi paani wale no na malihini hao le tipa mai. Mai Amerika mai no a puni ta honua nei. Ia manawa no I holo ai tahi taawira I te alanui o Waikiki. Ua maalo aku no ka taawira I tō kele o moana. Hala aku no pāpine ho ailona no pāhale o Cleghorn ma. Tā taitahi ta po e maalo ana I awahi. O noua mau pohatu ho heno kula o Kapaemahu ma. E like no me ta mea maamau po e Hawaii a paulo o te lamanawa. O Kapaemahu a me nā mo'olelo like ole o kalaho I Kanaka. He mau mo'olelo ta ana ia mai te waha mai no. Hei paha, o ta hemehema nui o ia manawa, ua mahe no ka leo o iwi o tupa e tūpuna ma. No laila, o tuu mahalo anui no te ia po mei te inui, o nā mo'olelo I ho'opaa ia mat kātau ana. Na James a ala puna Harbado Point tei puana mua mai I ta mo'olelo no Kapaemahu. A oia no hoi o ta hunona tāne a kia aina Cleghorn. A he aka mai no ma ta Olelo Kanaka me ta Olelo Peletania. A pēlā no hoi me nā mele oli kahito o Hawaii. O Boyd he kanaka aialo o ta ohana ali. Ai ke teipo nona no hoi ta puana ia o kahi mele taulana o aloha oe. Nā kuini riri o kalani I hatu. A mai ai a mai no ia mo'olelo o Kapaemahu I ho'oilina ia mai. Nā ia mo'olelo ana mai o Boy tahai mo'olelo e tālele ana I te ano wailua pa no hoi. He hapa tāne a hapa wahine o Kapaemahu ma.
They were unsexed by nature, and their habits coincided with their feminine appearance, although manly in stature and bearing.
O ke tai mea nui e hākilo I kāua e ka hoa kipa. O ia no te ano pālua no hoi o nā ti ia tua, I waiho ia mālalo o a maupo atua kula. A ole lākou he ti ia tua tāne, a ole he ti ia tua wahine, he ti ia tua mahu no hoi, not mea, he mea maamau no hoi ta maupopo. Ma nā ti ia tua eae, he tāne pā, he wahine pā. E ina ua o toa no ia mau ti ia tua kula. Nā Thomas Drum te ipai ia mo'olelo nei I loko ta Hawaiian Almanac. A nāna no I he aku pēnei I tōna inoa ma to Olelo Perekania. Tradition of the Wizard Stones, Kapaemahu. A o ta inoa I ho'olaha ia I loko ta nupa po olelo hoi. He mo'olelo ke kahi, no ka pohaku kahuna Kapaemahu.
I ka manawa I ho'omaka ka po e Hawaii e kakau, he mea nui ke la kakau ana I ka paa ano ka ike. He vai a wa a apo nui la kou, ka nui o ka po e Hawaii, hiki ke kakau, hiki ke helu helu.
So I loko no ka paa ano na mo Olelo, ma ka nupeapa, ma ka puke paha, a ale paa na mo Olelo a pau. Au, po mai ka I ka hui hui o ka poe o waho, I hele mai la ho ili mo Olelo. I manawa ano ka ulana ke la poe antiquarian hoi, ka poe imi mea kaiko. O Fernando ke kahi, o drum ke kahi, no leila aia ke kahi o hina ma leila.
O iei no, he auloi lo teia no Honolulu. Ua tūpa a mau noia mau pohatu mana, ma tolako wahi a kula no. No tolako mana nui, ua waiho ia nei a mau pohatu, I loko o tō Cleghorn palapala tauoha. I tumakahiti umitumaiwa me umi.
The historical stones now upon the premises last above mentioned shall not be defaced or removed from said premises.
O ta hoa o noia o Cleghorn e au apono I mo autala o iei i'o o ia mau poatu. Mina no hoi. O ta hota noia a liloloa o Hawaii I te au kanai ho o ka huli.
With President Roosevelt aboard, arrives in Honolulu Harbor. It's the first time a president in office has ever visited America's island outpost. Hawaiians in outrigger canoes form a colorful escort for the gray warship. On the dock, a battalion of United States Marines, their band playing the well-known Aloha Oi, comprise the president's guard of honor.
Nakalima anunu o tahuli teua o Maleka, talako pahu hopu ho o kolonaio, ililo ai o Hawaii. I pu'utaua nui, no tō Amerika hui pu'ia po e toa mat paki pika.
Ashore, the traditional welcome, the Hawaiian lays that greet every visitor. And then it's ho for Waikiki Beach aboard a rolling trolley. Blue Jackets just can't wait to enjoy the world-famous beach.
O ta mumulu a kula noia ka nona po e toa o Amerika. Me talako pitoi ho o le ha Amerika.
Wizard stones to go so Waikiki may bowl. About 8 tons of rock, worth its weight in Hawaiian historical significance, are about to be removed to make way for an air-conditioned bowling alley.
Wa tu e no tupai o iwi o ia manawa a pai ia talako manao I loko tanu pepa no te hewa nui.
These stones should be preserved for their traditional value and in order to retain our individuality as a community. If this is not done, Hawaii will lose its color and we will be just another American community.
Na te kānaka tutulu hale kini popo olotaa I ho o hiti aku. Na no hoi e pula mai nā pohatu ho ola. Ka nona ua te ehia kula noia uhati tāna ho hiti. Ka noa kula oia I nā pohatu. Uhia paai alako malalo pono ua hale kini popo ola taa kula. Ahe no o mata mua, ahe no hoi tope loa. O ta holo mua pono mate a ka haole, maa mua o ta pono ka naka. Tanu ia naloloa I loko kalepo no nā makahiti hei iwa kālua oi. A o ta māhea hea kula noia o ta lako mana. A o he poe I ho ano ia ho'oilina tupuna.
The mana in the stones gets affected if it's not cared for and if it is not revered. And what happened to these boulders is over time, their essence, the meaning that were presented, these boulders got lost.
Wana Aoteia o takeaka, anene e mai ana te ao na malihini haole. A o helo e hai hou I kala I maluhi o taito.
Aloha means both farewell and greetings, and Hawaii bids farewell to 40 years of frustration and failure in attempts to win statehood, and joyously greets its new status as a full-fledged member of the Union.
In hours less than the time between breakfast on the mainland and dinner in the islands, you'll find out for yourself the true meaning of aloha.
In the sparkling sunshine of your first Hawaiian morning, Waikiki Beach is just as you've always pictured it.
The location of where the stones were is a prime piece of beachfront property in a place where a lot of people want to go to the beach, right in the middle of Waikiki. Fortunately, the city and county of Honolulu realized in the 1950s that more open space was needed for people to access the sand and the ocean. So all that land was cleared. That included where the bowling alley was located. The removal of the bowling alley then brought the stones back to life, into the light, into the air. That's when the stones were placed for the first time in a public location, and they received a plaque to identify what they were. The information for what was on the plaque came from Mary Kavenapukui. She was a woman who was half Hawaiian and half American haole, and she always had an absolute fascination with Hawaiian culture. She had been documenting Hawaiian culture not only by writing it down, but also by making audio tape recordings with other Hawaiian people in which they spoke Hawaiian and they talked about Hawaiian subjects.
Mahalo anu ia tupuna wahine aloha nui ia o Mary Kavenapukui, loea no ea o to Olelo Hawaii. Tiai no kalawena hana me ka nohona kanaka Hawaii. Na loea pukui me ke tahi mau tupuna na awao eae I hapai to lako leo. E ole tahana ino ia a tilo I wele ia a kula a lilo I mea no taho o huai o kanaka.
The mahu said to have landed at Waikiki were respected men, talented priests of healing and the hula. Whether this is history or legend, it reflects attitudes of approval and admiration.
Ua eli ia maila na pohatu, a waiho ia I luno teone. A nakatulana tauhale o Honolulu te ena mālama tahua paani I mālama I ke tahi papahana ho hano me ke tahi ho ailona, he plaque no hoi. E ho wewehe ana I te mo autala o nā pohatu. Me tamana o puku I mā, lawa o te meia o Honolulu, te inoho aku I tō te papahana ho hano. A ole na I holopono nā mea pauloa o Iala.
4 large rocks protruding through the sand at the recently restored section of Kuhio Beach were marked with a bronze plaque last week. They were scarcely restored before vandals splashed them with red paint.
Ahe no maupopo iau, he hala at mea e toi inohoua e ai. O tā lako hana ino ia na ke te ipoe. Ai ole o ta he ana I nā pohatu he mau wizard stones. Me ta ho I te ole ana mai no to lako kulana I o he mahu.
Mary Kavenapukui said that the word Kapaemahu means the row of mahu. So she's saying that these 4 stones, they represent 4 mahu. Very straightforward.
No te hala ka tumu I na nau a hulitua ia o pukui. wahine loea no e awa akamai. Iau, he ho'okanoa ho'okai te ia, na ka malihini hao le maha oi a haa te i na o iwi o ka aina.
Hawaiian culture didn't look upon sex as a bad thing. With the imposition of Christianity, a lot of that was suppressed, but a lot of those elements remained in Hawaiian culture. So Mary Kavenapukui, she looked like a sweet little old lady. She knew about sex, she wrote about it. And so for her, there was nothing peculiar about saying the four healers were mahu, but everybody else, a lot of other people, were not comfortable with it.
Sex deviates stock, drunk servicemen. Female masqueraders in Honolulu coax drinks out of the unwary. The military sees homosexuality as something that must be obliterated.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to the Ladies Cocktail Showdown. Starting off with the beautiful Cheryl Moana Marie.
It was during the Vietnam War, and the situation was we had a lot of military at that time coming in. It wasn't an easy time because you know that whenever you went out, you were going to get into a fight. The Hawaiian families are different on their take on mahus. They're a little more accepting than the foreigners. When the people here started trying to become like the foreigners, that's when they took on the same prejudices that the foreigners did. Before we was mahu, but then we became faggots and queers and became the enemy.
Ka tau no o Bob Jones, ke tahi aha ilo no a malihini hauia Hawaii. Me tōna leo ho o mauhala i loko no tāna mau atikala niu pepa o tera manawa. He ho pu iwa no hoi, kalua ehu hulu manu mahu hana po ele manawahi inu lama o Honolulu. Mamuli o ta imi hana ho hao na ele nui o na atikala niu pepa I kātau ia, ua ho kānawai no o Hawaii, I na kānawai e pāpā ana I nā mahu haawahine, a tapu ka tomolole wahine I ala kou, a e toi ani ala kou, e tomo I pāpihi nui, e ho iti ana no, I tolako ano o ia I oi hola no.
The queens, they used to have the buttons, they put it on their purse, the ones that you flip up, and when the cops go by, then they flip it down. They did the sign, they hide it. Cops come, put it up. You don't see other people go on the street and telling other people, oh, I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a man. Why did we have to go out and tell, oh, I'm a boy, I'm a boy? For what reason?
No kulata aha olelo tau kānawai. He maita I a kānawai nohoi. No ta pono nā mahu a me tolako noho maluhia. Kāno na e, ota ino hoa e a kula noi o na ano hana lapalea ino I hana ia I ala kou. Na ia ano mana o launa olea ino noho ka tumupa I tāpai ia I tahu olelo o mahu mai te la o tala kou puana a ho ite aku malu no papaho ailona o ia wahi ho o mana o mua. Hala no taimo makahiti a kula. Ua ho ne ia kula nā pohatu I taawale I ua wahi a kula. No ka tūtulu ana I ke tehi hale ho o paupilikia. He mea ho o pu iwa te ia I poe I maopopo no te ia mo Olelo no Kapaemahu mā. Ai pai ia I loko konu pepo o ia manawa. A ho o pu iwa ho a kula noho I kaloli ana I talako mo Olelo no e hā mo mahu. Halilo I mo Olelo no elua tāne me elua wahine a kula.
As described by Madame Pele devotee Leatrice Ballesteros, the spirits are Kapaemahu, a healer and male, Kahaloa, a beneficent female, Kapuni, an evil male, and Kinohi, a female who brings blessings to homes.
O koha nāna kaleo tutala ana ia mea ho o puni a ho wale noho. He waha, no ke tahi wahine pino. Ho oi o maha oi ho mea mea ana no nei ho. A he taula I te pāpālua no oi, ai taula na no ia, o tōna hea ia. O kua ine lole ula ula, me tāna tīloi o mole chini, I loko kalua pere o kilau e. Wai ona pirikoto, wai ona mo otu au hau ho piliani ia, ia mau pohatu a kula. Ole oi akamai to Olelo Hawaii me ta mo meheu Hawaii. Ina ua laha witi a kula ia puana mo Olelo atahi wā hine lole ula ula o Waikiki. Wā hea ukana alua, no ka tumu I puana ole ia tahua Olelo o mahu ia manawa. No ka tumu, nui no ka ho I nā mahu I pepehi ia, a pōa ia I teia manawa. Lo.
The police were not very helpful. Were not. They were not. The minute of someone died or got killed, they'd come to look for the Queens, the Glades area, and ask questions. And then the families would put in, requests to find out never. Because they already said, well, he was mahu, he was a man. Unfortunately, I have lived through so many girls who were killed. And cases, terrible. It was so horrific. It was really a rough time at that time, but you get by, You just do. That's all to it.
I makahiti umitumai wa kanai wa tumakolu no hoi. O George Kanehele I paia I ke tehi pepelu, o Restoring Hawaiianness to Waikiki. A o te po umna o no ia I tahu ia I tia, a ho I te tāku no ia e ha o paipai po I mea hoi. Te ano ka noho na oe, ka lawehana hana oe, a me nā hua olelo, o te olelo hoi I ke tahi. Wa I ini no o George Kanehele, e ho e eua ho I te hou I taha ekonomika o Waikiki, ano leila oia I tole a hai mo olelo no hoi, no ta piu te ame ta waiwai o tō Waikiki pono kula. Pēlā no oia I mana ola nei no tahi, o ua mau pohatu taulana e tapa ia he wahi pana no hoi. I makahiti umitumai wa kanai wa tumahitu no I ho oia iai tōna mana olana, mao to ho pono pono, ho ano hou anaku I ua mau pohatu a kula. He papahana no te ia, na papaheni awai te ia lakai. Ha o ia, he tahuna la au lapa au no te mokupuni nui o Hawaii mai no.
My name is Henry Papa'awai from Hawaii. I come from the Big Island. I'm the head of all healers in the state of Hawaii.
E hola tahi loea te kōtua tāto ia Papa'awai I tāna aua mokuleana o te hoola a ana I nā pohatu o Kapaemahu ma.
Papa Henry Awai was the one that asked me, you ever heard of Kapaemahu? And I said, no, I'm not familiar with that. And so he gave me the whole history about it. But more importantly, at the time, what frustrated Papa was the fact that people had no idea what the significance were of these pohaku. People would be drying their towels on it, putting their surfboards on it, and just using it as a place to rest. And he wanted the mo'olelo behind that to be revived.
Mahalo anui ia Papa'awai no tōna maumanao e ho'opalekana I nā pohatu. A me tō lākou mana o loko.
Papa followed the old ways. And before we had the dedication, Papa called me. It was about close to midnight that night. I remember it distinctly because I went down by myself. And I met him where the pohaku were, and he said, I've asked you here because you need to know that these stones have so much mana in it that many of our opio today are learning our language. And I'm afraid that they would try to draw out the mana that's in here, and I need for it to be safe forever. So my task for you is to write and help me write a pule and the mele to put a malu over the pohaku.
Na te Queen Emma Foundation I ho'olaku tālā no ka tūtulu hou anaku I nā pohatu a tau mai malo no ke tahi paepae hou. Maia paepae kula I tūtulu iai tahi ahu pohatu hou. A malaila no I waiho iai ke tahi mau mea kanu he la au lapa au no hoi. Me ke tahi pohatu ili no la ia tea mai no. O ia waia kula wa paa no I pāhao I me e tau iai po e maaloa na ia wahi. A ole no e imihana, a ole no e tomu I loko. Wa ho'olo no o papa awai e ka anaku I tāna mau kuleana. A na ke tahi e tāna po e haumana I awamo I ta kuleana mālama I nā pohatu o Kapaemahu mā.
Taking care of this area is really, really important work for the future. They must be treated with the respect and dignity that they were given by our people hundreds of years ago. I look at the story of way back when. We were so blessed to have them, to leave their home in Tahiti to come to help us. And I shared all the teachings that Papa Owai shared with my daughter. She will carry this for the next generation.
No upona I, ua hanau I avau, ua hanai I avau, ua pule I maluna o mai ka puhaka mai o ko'u makuhine a I keia waeku nei. No leila, no uiho, he kuleana keia I ili mai maluna o mai ka ho'omaka a I keia, mai na mo'olelo a mama I ka anai mea u o papa awai no ka mea I pule, I kona opu.
Nā wai mai no o tā papa awai ho maupopo no te ia mo'olelo. Nā James a puna harbaro poid pā. Peala. Nā no paha taha I ana ia mo'olelo nei. Ia uno e lohe aku.
They had the appearance of very, very handsome men with long, beautiful hair, anywhere from 7 to 8 feet tall. But they had the mannerisms of a very gentle soul. It was just a gentle energy about them. And that's why they were able to heal on the scale that they healed. In his words, those people were not berated. They were celebrated because of their difference and because the general populace couldn't do the things and have the ike that these people had.
Over the years, the so-called wizard stones of Waikiki have been mishandled, desecrated, or simply ignored. Dedicated to healers from Tahiti centuries ago, the 4 huge rocks today have more proper resting places on Kuhio Beach. A ceremony was held today to honor the sacred stones, as well as those who worked for the past month to display them properly.
The ceremony officially marked the completion of the platform for the 4 stones. For years, they sat half buried in the sand with nothing to suggest their historic and cultural significance.
So I came here and looked at how they did it. Somebody had their towels on, somebody was lying down on it, and this is not good. This is not proper.
Wa tu'i ia klono no tahana ho'ola a ho ano hou I nā pohatu. Awa I te hou pauloa mai no o tō hawe I nei pai aina no ta waiwai o ia mau pohatu a kula. Mahalo aku au I tala ko ho hano ana I ia mau pohatu taulana. Ka no na he mina no hoi ta ho huna ana I ta oia I o a mau pohatu a kula. Mai te lao ta ho ailona keleawe a me ta howewehe mo autala mo olelo kula. Pehea la I loli I te inoa o ia wahi mai te la o nā pohaku kaunak Kapaemahu. A I te la o nā pohaku ola a Kapaemahu a kapuni. To te hala ka tumu. I puana ole ia, a wai hohuna ia, o to lako pulana he mahu. O to lako oia I ono ia. Matapolo rei, pila no me to hopa ana ia mo olelo. A ole no e taomi ho ia. A ole no e hohuna, a hookai, a holoi ia, mai te la, ka mo autala, o to kato po e Hawaii. He maho I pahate ia, no tahi loko wai hohonu. E no ka, he wai li ula le no te ia a tahi loko wai papau a kula. A ia manawa noho I pauta ai o toho I pai aina. Paki te a ho papa e pile ana no male noho I tāne a kula. Me mea la he hewa no ka noho I tāne ia kato po e Hawaii.
Each of us has the right to marry, but we don't have the absolute right to marry anyone we want. For example, I'm not allowed to marry my daughter or my son.
I can't marry my sister or my brother.
And I can't marry Kivo. And I can't marry my dog. This doesn't mean we don't have civil rights. Don't open the door to weird marriages. Don't let homosexuals force their values on the people of Hawaii. Vote yes on the marriage amendment.
Te la no ka tumu I matau ai po e ho'ola hoa nei ia mo olelo I te ramlawa. A ole rako I mate e ho I te ako I takulana oia i'o. Oia mau tahuna e hā. He mahu no lako no ia mau pohatu kamahao.
E tūmanao, ua here wo I Waikiki no tahe enaru e nona ahe no te lakatumu. No tou hele mau tahe enaru I te wau tia pohatu. A o katumu wo I mea I ano huri tia pohatu ale wo ho I hou tahe enaru. Me I te wau, tela po e pohatu e hā, mamua laku kānaka. Here mai laku ia nei, he kure ana ta laku. O ia no ta mea, ho ola ho tahi o. Kapaemahu, ahe oi ho ola wale no. Ua ho o piri o ia, tela au katu kanaka Hawaii. Kanaka Polynesia, ho o piri tela mau au tāne me tawahine. Mamua, loa no hoi ta mahele o ta wahine, loa no ta mahele kuriana tāne. Kapaemahu ho I te oia, pono te la au e rua I ho o tahi, I loa te la mana o ka tumu mana oia, mata ho ola ana.
Mahu in Hawaiian society recognizes that in each person we have a ku and a hina. We have a hard and a soft. We have a male and we have a female in each of us. When we were made to feel ashamed of ourselves, biases from other powers and other worldviews became superimposed. And so we were not allowed to recognize we have that duality within us. So it screws us up. It screws our thinking up.
E talalo mo autala anoho na Hawaii I hana ino ia a ho hana la pole ia. O ta pono me ka lea o ta po e malihini haole tipa mai Hawaii nei. Ai ano te mana o ta ho ano a ho hano po e mea Hawaii. Ma tona mau mo olelo a mo autala o ia i'o ta te au kahi toloa mai no. A ole na te au loli e poe o iau nei. A me tolako mau mna o malihini po e hiwehi a po hihi a kula.
He wiwi ka malama anei ka mo olelo a o iei he wahi ike ia. E ka lehu. He maika ilo ka pilina o ka mo olelo ia wahi. I maupopo I ka po e ka aloana. He wahi kaulana ke ia. E na e pono no e ho maupopo I ke ano laa. o ia wahi. Ke kumu I mahalo I ai, ke kumu I maalama I ai ke la wahi, a he mauloina ko leila. A pono e mahalo wale, a ale pono e lele a ho o komo I kou ano I loko o leila, pono e ho mo popo I ke ano iho o ia wahi. A malela e ho ike ai ka mahalo.
Tia manawa he mea nui tia ite o ta mea o ta mālama no I ta la au lapa au. No ta pono no o to kātou hanau na hou, polo rei. No ta pono no o to kātou hanau na hou. Ai.
E lahai ia kuana ike, ka ho'o kuana ike ia o na mana'o o ka po'e mai oa o ea o ka honua mana kihi apau. A malela no lako ea o ai ka vai o nā mo'olelo, na mana o nā mo'olelo like ole.
We have a world that needs healing. And how beautiful to have them in the middle of Waikiki. They want to talk to people. They want to be a part of our lives. They came from far away to Kokua. I believe that they're still there.
He loa ihi loa noho, ka nalohia o ia maupuhatu I loko klepa. A o ka nalo wale a kula noi a ketai o to lako mana. A o ia I noho, ua wehe hau ia mai ia maupuhatu nunui mai loko mai o klepa. He oia mau no ka waiho hu nā ela o to lako mana. Tau mea la e o tona nalohia I loko te one o aina.
Te oe maupopo I te mo au kalo ia maupo hatu. Ala ilo oe ike I to lako mana ola. Ola. E ola loa te mo olelo no Kapaemahu.